morning, everybody. I hope you're doing well. Today is Thursday, December 27th, 2 days past Christmas, and I still have not lost my Christmas spirit, guys. I just really enjoyed this year's holiday. You know, 2018 has been quite a wonderful year for Kraken Cryptocurrency and me personally, and I hope it's been a good year for you guys also. To this year, I know, unfortunately, a lot of individuals have suffered during the bear market. However, this year, you know, reaching out to friends and family who are closest to me and traders that I respect and individuals that are in the members group and my fellow employees here at Kraken Cryptocurrency, this year has been terrific for learning and in doubling down on our knowledge and focusing on education and teaching people and learning how to profit even in the bear market. So that, you know, bear markets are excellent opportunities to ramp yourself up with the knowledge, tools, and skills so that the next time that we do have a nice bull cycle, you will have more disciplined strategies and a better metric for taking profit, for entries, for exits, etc., so that you will have more tools in your tool belt the next time the opportunity to make money, pretty much with luck, is on the table. A lot of people make money during a bull cycle. The reason why is because all you need to know is that you need to buy dips. Alternatively, making money in the bear cycle is just as easy almost if you have the opportunity to short an asset class, as we do now with cryptocurrency, by just shorting all rallies. It's just the same thing in reverse. And one thing that's interesting, guys, is you know, if you just invert your chart, you know, if you have a bullish bias, you know, it's easy to just hit that, invert that chart, and just assume that everything is really bullish all the time. So you're just you know, instead of if you want to invert your chart and short every dip, it'll work out just the same for you guys. So hope you guys are doing fantastic today on this Thursday. We're gonna get into a price analysis. We are going to announce live on the air the winner of the $50 Bitcoin giveaway for the Christmas price prediction. We're also going to do a 100 X42 giveaway live on the air, guys. So as you guys know, X42, fantastic project, good coin, good community. They are proud partners of the show, and we they were generous enough to have us participate in their holiday giveaway. So we do have 100 X42 to give away live on the air. We will do that today. We're going to give away 10 X42 to 10 people. So all you have to do to qualify for the X42 giveaway is just to leave a comment on the video. The first 10 commenters on this video will receive 10 X42. Just post your X42 wallet. If you guys are unfamiliar with X42, simply go over here to x42.tech. Let me actually show you guys. Let's go over here. Oh, and my webcam is trying to attack me. So just go to x42.tech. Boom, x42.tech. Read the white paper, do your own research about any project that you're looking at investing in. However, we're not asking you to invest in the project. We're just trying to give you some free X42. It's feeless, you can stake it. In fact, what's interesting about this is that I've given 10 X42 away commonly because every new subscriber to the Kraken Cryptocurrency Premium trading group I do give them away X42, 10 X42, and you can stake it. And typically the thing is you get 10 X42 and your staking reward is 20 X42, and you can get your staking reward for 20 X10, or you can get your staking reward, which is 20, no matter how much you stake. So it takes about 30 days to get 20 X42 if you're only staking 10 based on the calculations and the ETA that the staking calculator will provide for you. So you can triple your free investment in 30 days. You know, that's fairly uncommon for any asset class. So head on over to x42.tech, get the wallet. Just click here, get the wallet. It will take you to the GitHub repo. You can download it for Linux, you can download it for Windows, and just post your wallet address in the comment section down below. The first 10 commenters who do post their wallet address will get 10 X42. Okay, guys. So I'll announce this again at the midpoint and at the end of the show. Again, the show today is a little early, so thank you guys for joining me a little earlier. I do have some stuff that I got to take care of today around noon, so that's why we'll be wrapping up the show at noon instead of 1 o'clock. So it'll be an hour-and-a-half show today as opposed to the regular 2-hour show. Okay. Let's see here. Let's pop over to the chat real quick and just say good morning to everybody. Tim Allen, how are we doing this morning? Jurgen Ernst, good morning to you, man. Gene, the beats are sick. Thank you so much. VB Streets, hey, thanks for following us on Twitch, by the way. When face today. Gotta watch crypto. What's going on, man? Gabe Anderson. Arnie Runtgens, Bitcoin is dead. Run for the hills. Oh my God, run to the the hills. Little Iron Maiden this morning. Sebastian Rodriguez says, Ethereum about to test 200 in the next 15 days. 40 years of technical expertise under me belt. Right on, man. Well, shiver me timbers. Tim Allen, RadX42. I'm going to have to download the wallet when I get home from work on my PC. RJG sounds good. Yes, I will do that. For people who do not have the X42 wallet yet or deposit address, I still honor it. If you are the first commenter, I'll note your name. Just pop the comment down there in the comment section. If you don't have a wallet yet, just say like, you know, I'm getting a wallet. I'll get it later today. That's fine. I'll honor that if you are one of the first 10 commenters. And then I'll still credit you. So just make a secondary follow-up comment later on this evening or whatever. I'll put you in the queue. If you don't post your wallet by the end of the day, tomorrow, whatever, then I'm just going to cancel you out and give the next person the X42. Let's see here. Is Bitcoin looking bearish or bullish in the short term? We're going to get into that. All right, so the first thing that I want to do is give you guys an update of the Kraken Cryptocurrency Premium Trading Group. Week 4 looking fantastic. Again, you do want to be hesitant about ROE showers and ROI. Again, this is not indicative of your total portfolio growth. In the Kraken Cryptocurrency Premium Trading Group, we do have risk management and portfolio allocation. We have webinars on that and full outlines on how to actually allocate your portfolio and how to calculate your position size for each trade and how leverage can affect that as well. In fact, that will be the contents of tomorrow's webinar. I will be doing a more advanced risk management webinar for our trading group subscribers, where I will actually go more into depth how you can hedge, how you can use leverage to calculate your different position size, and how you can use your stop loss to determine your position size as well. So I do want to thank Alex, one of our analysts here at Kraken Cryptocurrency. Obviously, I have a big family. Hey, Sally, what's going on, man? Späte Freude, Weihnachten und ein erfolgreiches neues Jahr. Hey, man. Merry Christmas to you and a Happy New Year. Let's see here. Love Sally. Posting with a German, man. I like it. Keeping me on my toes. Because if you don't use it, you lose it. And I have not used German in a while, except to talk to my children. All right. Let's see here. So Alex keeping us very busy over the Christmas weekend. Well, not the Christmas weekend, but during the holiday season where I was where I wasn't actively trading. So Alex posted some fantastic trades, shorted Cardano, shorted Litecoin, shorted BCH on the June contract, or excuse me, on the March contract. The biggest winner there was obviously the BCH H19, which is still an active trade. We do have take profit targets further. Obviously, you can see this now. I don't show our active signals. If I scroll down, you can see our active signals right there. And again, okay, so that's not accurate. The reason why that says 97.79% is because of the way that I calculate these things out. And since the entry position hasn't been hit on one entry, it does say negative 100 for one. So take that with a grain of salt. All right. So biggest winners obviously were the BCH H19. It did hit the first take profit target. Excuse me, it hasn't hit the first take profit target yet, but we did take profits, a little bit of profits off the table. We took 30% of profits off the table. We did that just this morning, right before I went live, locking in some of that sweet 34.65% profit on that with only 3x leverage. So that's an 11% trade, all on its own at 1x leverage. So great call for him. Also the Litecoin short, also the ADA short as well. Biggest loser so far for the week was our speculative long at the top, longing into resistance, as we shouldn't do, but it was a good trade because we did break that local resistance. We were able to cut our losses short. The reason why that was such kind of a heavy hit at 17 was because it was at 5x leverage. Again, everybody calculates their own leverage and does their own leverage differently, but I try to be honest and genuine when I do post winners and when I do post losers. So if I say, hey, this is a trade for 3 to 5x leverage, if it wins, I like to calculate the profit for the lowest amount of leverage posted. If it loses, I like to calculate the loss for the highest amount of leverage. So I try to keep myself honest with that way. And keep in mind that in actuality, the actual results for most people will fall somewhere in the middle, somewhere in the bell curve. So let's go take a look. Let's just go over to price action. I want to do some price action, guys, because there's interesting things to talk about here with price action. All right, so let's get into Bitcoin here right now. Now, Bitcoin moving into a consolidation period, and one thing that is amusing for me is that Bitcoin moves 10% in a day and everybody wants to go long. And Bitcoin drops 10% in a day and everybody wants to go short. But Bitcoin moves sideways for like 12 hours and everybody loses their mind and says that Bitcoin is dead. It's just a consolidation period, guys. We will be seeing movement to the upside or the downside. As I've talked about at length, low volatility does precede high volatility. So at some point in time, we will be expecting a high volatility move. Now, I do have several strategies for trading into consolidation. Those revolve around using average true range multiples of 2 and managing risk at 3.5x ATR. So just to explain that in further detail, when you are trading into consolidation, what you need to do is zoom out to your higher time frames to discern what your directional bias is. So let's say at this point in time, you're looking at the Bitcoin chart and your directional bias is bullish. You think that Bitcoin is going to go up from here. You view this as a healthy pullback to a previous support area. Okay, sounds good. So what you would want to do is then zoom down into your micro time frames, either your 1 hour chart or your 30-minute chart, and use average true range. Again, that indicator, you just pull up in your indicators if you're using the TradingView platform, and type in ATR is going to give you average true range. Boom, you have average true range down here. Now, if you open up your data window, you can actually see what the average true range level is. It's $36. Okay. So what you would actually want to be doing in this consolidation range is predicting a stop hunt. Now, this changes depending on what price action has actually done. So if we do zoom in here a little bit, let's take a look at the Bitcoin price action here. Now, we do see that Bitcoin has put in a low here, it's put in a low here, and it's put in a low here. Now, we already have seen a stop loss hunt for this particular movement. We can see that in the price action right here. We did see these lows get stop hunted out, and since then, price has not gone down that low. So this is a situation where I would be comfortable using these lows. So we have a low here. Let's zoom in a little bit more because I do know that because my screen is a little smushed. So I want you guys to be able to see this clearly. So this is a situation where I would be comfortable using this low or this low or this low as a stop loss level because, or excuse me, as not as a stop loss level, but as a potential entry. And I would be using this low as a stop loss. However, alternatively, you can use these lows as stop losses. It just depends on the risk tolerance and the position size that you want to trade. The reason why it would be okay to use these particular lows as stop losses is because price is unlikely to wick down to this level again. It's unlikely to see a secondary stop loss on, although it can happen. It is unlikely to see that, however. So you do just want to take the highest probability trade on your the highest probability trade that you can generate. Again, guys, keep in mind that the market is random in nature. So your best analysis can be invalidated by one trader just with enough capital. So always keep that in mind. Never be overly consumed with your entries or exit positions, and never let the fact that your analysis was wrong get you down. You just simply move on, maintain your strategy, and you move on to the next trade. So this particular example would be a trade from the bullish bias perspective. Okay, so again, you zoom out to your higher time frames, your 12-hour chart, your 24-hour chart to determine your directional bias, and then you go in and you calculate what your actual entry and exit point would be on a micro time frame. I find that you'll have far more success doing that rather than trying to actually trade on the daily time frames. Again, I will do that with altcoins because I'm more comfortable with those wide margins, and I trade smaller position sizes with altcoins. I leave my bigger position sizes for BitMEX. All right, so we see that right now that currently average true range is $36. So price currently sitting at $37.46. So let's see if let's do this. I'll show you the ATR way to calculate this trade, and I'll show you the horizontal support and resistance way that you could calculate this trade. So again, ATR is sitting at $36. So we'll pull open our handy dandy calculator. And we'll do 36 times 2. That's going to give us $72. So price currently sitting at $37.45. $37.45 minus 42 minus 72. Excuse me. Give us $36.73. So that would give us an entry. That would give us an entry at $36.73, which is slightly above our stop loss. 36. Like real tight above our stop loss. Okay, so that would be your first entry. Again, we'll just use this. We'll delete the stop loss for right now, and I'll just show you the calculation for using ATR. Again, multiple ways to trade, multiple ways that you guys can do your analysis. Okay, and our initial ATR was again $36. So we will also take $37.45 minus 36. $37.45 minus 36 is going to give us $37.09. $37.09. Okay, so we have two potential entries right here, and then we're going to take that 36 times 3.5 to get $126. $126 subtracted from $37.45 minus 126 would give us a stop loss of $36.19. Okay. Now, when do you want to use this strategy, in my opinion, as opposed to trading the horizontal support and resistance and running? This is a strategy and a setup that allows you to predict and avoid getting stop loss hunted. Generally, I find that stop loss hunts tend to go down to a multiple of 2 to 2.5x ATR. Whereas they rarely go down to a multiple of 3.5x ATR. So if we're looking at this particular trade setup, now again, setting take profit targets will be different to calculate your R&R, but we'll do that here in a second. So we do see that if we entered around here, so let's give an average entry around these two levels, because to ladder down appropriately, you would be buying, say, 30% of your position here and 60% of your position here. That is the appropriate way to ladder down. That's the only way to effectively move your average entry down. If you just bought the same position size here and here, then it would only move your average entry marginally down. You do want to double up at your ladder entries. So that does give you a stop loss of about 2%. Okay, multiply that by your leverage again. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because 2%. Let's say you're trading with a $5,000 portfolio. Well, then your allocated risk, if you're willing to risk 3% of your portfolio, is going to be $150. So leverage doesn't matter. All leverage does is allow you to trade a larger position size with less capital. So let's say you're looking at this, for example, and you want to, your risk amount is $150. You're going to figure out, what percentage, 2% is, $150 is 2% of what number? You can use a percentage calculator. I do have that full calculation for the members group in there as well, although it's not a state secret. You can just simply Google like percentage calculator and figure this out. And that's gonna tell you what position size you should trade. If that position size is larger than the capital that you have, then you can use leverage to trade a larger position size to capture the same amount of profit. That reduces counterparty risk, meaning that you don't, the use of leverage should not affect the amount that you're losing on your stop loss. So that's why you have to be that's why you do have to be hesitant when people simply, talk about like what leverage is used. And that's one of the things that I've been wanting to get away from in the members group, because using leverage as some kind of calculation is misleading. Leverage doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is position size. So you want to adjust your leverage so that you can trade the correct position size, so that if your stop loss does get triggered, that you are only losing your allocated risk amount. So in the case of $5,000, you want to adjust your leverage so that if your stop loss does get hit, you're still only losing 3% of your portfolio, $150 if you. So you can adjust this dynamically, and this is the most overlooked thing in trading, but it's the most important. So, leverage is nice in the essence that it allows you to reduce your counterparty risk, that you can keep less capital on your brokerage account, for example, on BitMEX or Deribit or whatever, than you actually want to put at risk. So you don't have to keep all your money on an exchange to trade with a higher position size that your portfolio would actually allow you to trade. And it allows you to actually trade a larger position size with less capital up front. So you just need to understand how to adjust your leverage dynamically, so that if you want to trade with 25x leverage, that's fine. That's fine, as long as if your stop loss gets hit, it's above your liquidity level if you're going long, and that if your stop loss does get hit, you're only losing $150. In fact, I know, and I don't recommend this, but I know traders who will use higher leverage and use their liquidation point as their stop loss because they're trading less capital. So they'll actually be using, say $150 is your risk level. Okay, well then a trader could theoretically use a $150 margin amount with high leverage, and their liquidation level would be their stop loss, because if they get liquidated, they're only losing 3% of their portfolio anyways, so it acts that way as a more efficient stop loss. I don't recommend that you do that if you are a beginner trader. I do recommend you keep your leverage low, but again, saying that is misleading. Saying keep your leverage low, that's misleading. What you want to do is keep your position size low and trade the correct amount of leverage to give you the right amount of risk, okay? Hopefully that's clear. All right, let's see here. Buy ONT, you're welcome. All right, VB Streets. Do I primarily trade for more Bitcoin or USD? Primarily I trade for more USD. So when it is applicable that I do want to accumulate more Bitcoin, the portion of my portfolio that I have allocated on BitMEX trades to accumulate more Bitcoin in nature, okay? Because that is the trading allocation of my portfolio that I have allocated to accumulate more Bitcoin. So that is the purpose of BTC. Now in the midterm, I say in the next like 5 to 10 years, I just want to accumulate more Bitcoin. In the short term, I'm looking to accumulate more USD. It's a give and take. I have to work with the system that is given to me. So as an American citizen, I do have to earn you. It doesn't matter what citizen you are. I do have to earn fiat so that I can pay my bills, so that I can send my kids to school, et cetera, et cetera. Buy gasoline, things of that nature. I do have to turn a living from trading, which is what I've been successfully able to do for about 7 years now. Caribbean Crypto Show. Hey, what's going on, man? Let's see here. Brandon Murray says, Da Vinci 15 says Bitcoin will go sideways for 2 years. Well, I doubt it. It's a possibility. Anything could happen, but be very careful who you're taking investment advice from. Let's see here. Arnie Runtgens. Hey, what's going on, man? Days go by fast anyways. Hey, that's a great song by Days Go... Oh, no, I'm thinking that's Days Go By, but Days Go By Fast. Yeah, sure. Let's see here. With Backed, I doubt it. Peter XY Zabel says, the BTC 60-minute chart now looks like the one-day chart around 6K. That is true. Top Hat. Hey, what's going on? Hi, guys and gals. Hope you had a great Christmas. Glad to be here. Glad to be here, too, man. Any idea why Bitcash is acting as a punching bag in this mini slump? Well, because it went way up and it didn't really establish any strong supports on the way up, so it is going to come down just as quickly until it can actually consolidate and establish a new ground level. Hey, Joey V, good morning to you, man. Adam Blackley, great content, man. Much appreciated and happy holidays. Hey, happy holidays to you too, man. Thanks for joining the stream today. Okay, so that is... I've gone over here how to use ATR to calculate a potential trade, and this is predicting a secondary stop loss hunt. So this approach to the trade is totally applicable. Now, if your bias is to the short side, simply take this and reverse this. So all these lines would now be up here, and you are predicting a stop loss hunt up to the upside. Now, let's delete those lines, and let's go over a potential trade using just the horizontal support and resistances. RJG says, are you saying that you have one bag to stock up on coins and another bag to use to trade? What's my opinion? Okay, so I am not invested in any altcoins at this point in time. The only altcoins that I have are coins that I have mined, that have been given to me, that I have earned. Very small, like leftovers from trades that I did previously. Like one thing that I like to do is when I successfully complete a trade, I like to keep anywhere from like 1 to 3% of those coins and just hodl them. I'll take almost all my profit off the table when I do trade an altcoin, for example, but then I'll leave leftovers, just small leftovers. So I'll accumulate hodl back, like they're called trophies. I'll accumulate those trophies over time. Mr. Decipher X, hey, what's going on, man? So that's my one approach. That's been my approach to trading the altcoin market. Now, am I looking to accumulate altcoins like right now? Like, no, not necessarily. I'm still just short-term trading things. When I do get confirmation that the bull run is back in, that we have shifted into a bull cycle, then I will be looking to open up long-term positions of ownership in altcoins. At this point in time, I'm not interested in doing that at all. Now that's not to say that there aren't coins that I am looking at for midterm trades, but I'm not. The bear market isn't over in my opinion. We haven't capitulated. I think that we are going to go further down, so altcoins are going to take more of the hit. And it's kind of like finding that diamond in the rough. So am I actively accumulating altcoins? Absolutely not. What I meant is that I have not all my portfolio is in cryptocurrency. I have holdings in gold and silver and some small stocks, which I'm actually looking to average out of on the way down. But I look for opportunities. I'm mostly out of stocks, but I'd say for my portfolio, I still have about maybe like 15% left of stocks. I'm going to do my year in review here at the end of December and look to take profits on the investments that I made earlier. Did some good, overall, haven't been actively trading the stock market the last like year, 2 years almost, honestly, almost. I do have, since I've been so active in cryptocurrency, I do have portions of my portfolio actively traded by other people who I trust. And those are my asset managers, my portfolio managers. So while I'm busy trading cryptocurrencies, I've had other individuals trading my capital in the stock market, although I haven't been actively trading it as well. So they've turned a decent profit for me. Obviously, they get they get well paid for their services. But my long-term investments for the stock market are still pretty good. I mean, I've been trading for the last actively for the last 10 years, profitable on my own for the last 7-8 years. So I'll probably look to reevaluate. I am extremely bearish on the stock market yet. still. So I'm probably going to look to completely pull my investments from those. Most likely push those into my investments from the stock market. I'll probably push those into gold, silver, and cryptocurrency, mostly Bitcoin. And I'll look to let that ride and just sit mostly in cash until I get until I see clear capitulation from cryptocurrency, in which case I'll allocate more, and until I see some clear sign of the bear market ending in stocks, which I think will probably be another 5 to 10 years. So let's move on. No, it's cool, guys. Let's see here. So which coins do I mine? I don't have any mining rigs here. I have individuals that mine small allocations of my capital that I've invested in. So Ethereum and Bitcoin are the only things that I actively mine. I stake some X42. I stake some other stuff as well. MMO coin, X42. I do have some other individuals that stake things for me as well. I don't do any of that myself because it's not my wheelhouse. It would just bog me down because I'm a trader. So yes, I'm invested in multiple facets in cryptocurrency. So I have, I've invested in mining individuals that I trust for mining, and they've used my capital to purchase rigs, et cetera, and they handle that investment, and I just generate income on that. So for Bitcoin and Ethereum, I do that, so I stake MMO Pro and X42. I have actually our dev handle all that as well. Thank you, man. Top Hat, would I describe Bitcoin Cash as an altcoin? Yes, because it is not Bitcoin. Soki says gold went up $50 in the last 30 days. I think gold is going to be one of your best investments at this point in time. Gold and silver are still going to be are going to boom. Gold and silver are going to boom because those are your traditional hedges against the stock market decline. As the stock market gets worse, as the Fed continues to accelerate the cycle of raising the rates, which they will do, it's impossible to stop at this point in time. We have reached, looking at the overall financial aspect of the world, we only have a couple avenues left to us, guys. I was holding out hope that we would be able to grow ourselves out of the crisis of debt and credit. We're no longer able to do that. I think that is completely off the table. We will no longer be able to grow out of it. And I was excited when Trump got elected, regardless of how you feel about the individual, because of his positive effects psychologically on the stock market. You do have to understand that at the end of the day, the market is a psychological battlefield. So I was very positive, very happy about the fact that that Trump was elected just based on my investments. It would have been terrible for the economy. Regardless, it doesn't matter your political opinions. This is just, in my opinion, like just historical fact. Democrats traditionally do fairly terrible for the economy when they get elected. And Republicans tend to make the stock market do well. So, and that's a psychological factor because Democrats, and regardless, I'm apolitical, but the fact of the matter exists that Democrats do like to raise taxes, et cetera. Not that Republicans are fantastic. I think they're both shitty, but it doesn't matter. But just historically speaking, Republicans tend to do better for the stock market. And since I'm a trader, that's what I want. I want my investments to do well. Again, I would prefer a government small enough to drown in a bathtub because I think that individuals should be empowered to handle their own decisions. So anyways, okay, moving on. Yeah, gold and silver are going to remain fantastic investments because as the stock market continues to go down, those are the traditional hedges against the recession and bear market, which we are most assuredly moving into. Thanks, Joey V. I appreciate it. Jeff Hansen says Trump 2024. Right on, man. Right on. Okay, let me get, I feel like my volume is down because I was missing some alerts yesterday, so I do want to get that up and make sure that my volume is on. Okay, good, great, fantastic, awesome, excellent, moving forward. So, I had said yesterday that this is a potential area for Bitcoin to bounce back up to the $3,900 area, so let's go out to the macro time frame, let's go to the 24-hour chart and take a gander at that. So yes, overall, in the long-term area here, things still looking fairly negative. Things still looking fairly negative because in reality, all we've been able to do is posit a lower high, okay? A lower closing high on a daily candle basis and a lower high as determined by actual true high. So now we are able to actually construct a descending trend line. We already had this descending support trend line from our descending lows right here. do have a widening bottom or a broadening bottom type pattern, kind of a broadening wedge, which typically does reverse to the, which typically resolves to the downside. This typically does break bear in my experience and in my history. However, again, I'll go on record saying that wedges of all kinds, shapes, and sizes are my least likely pattern to trade, my least favorite pattern to trade, as they are so unpredictable. I've seen them break up, down, left, right, sideways, doesn't even matter. I've seen price go to the left because price likes wedges so little. Don't read that, please. Too late. No, it's all good, man. All opinions are welcome here, even sarcastic ones. What weight do I put on this? No, not a whole lot, but it does allow us to have a rough general framework to trade within. So we are around that 40 to 50% retracement on that channel structure right now. Bitcoin, I've done a fixed range on the volume profile from just taking this latest rally into account, and we are at the point of control. We are consolidating at the point of control. This is a very likely level. This is a point in time where I generally feel where I generally like to wait. I generally like to wait for the market to tell me what it's going to do, because it could go either way at this point in time. The volume is very low. We do see obviously signs of accumulation. We also do see potential signs of redistribution. So this is a situation where I would prefer for the market to tell me which direction to take. If we do actually close the daily candle below the point of control, again, we do have our Fisher transform moving closer and closer and closer to that actual zero line. If we do cross below that zero line and close beneath the point of control on this rally, that will be a bearish sign to me, and that will give me two potential trades on the table. I can immediately short the breakdown, or I can wait for the retest of the point of the breakdown area and short from there. In fact, you can even have two concurrent trades simultaneously. You can short the breakdown immediately and then look to double down or scale in, or whatever you want to call it, on the retest of the breakdown as well. You can either take profits on that first trade of shorting the breakdown immediately. You can either take profits, you have several levels to take profits here. You can take profits at these local highs on your previous resistance on this previous little short-lived rally right here. That would have you taking profits around 36.82. You could use the candle body closes of those areas, so that would put you around 35.29. You could use this support area. You could use these highs of these candles. All are applicable congruent areas. Looking at the volume profile, the most likely area to be taking profits on a short trade for me would be between 35.40 and 34.94. So let's call it 35.40, 34.90. Okay. That would be the most likely areas for me to take initial take profit targets. Whether we actually hit that first before the retest of the breakdown point, again, just depends. Now, if we are able to, let's go down to the 1 hour chart so we can see a little bit more clearly. If we are actually able to rally above the point of control up here. In fact, if we break these local 1 hour highs, that would be a bullish sign to me, and I would probably be going long on that breakout to the upside as well. I would probably be managing risk fairly tightly, and again, that also gives me two potential entries as well, either to long the breakout immediately and look to take profits at your first areas here on the hourly chart, looking at 3,900. You can use these candle body closes of this area around 39.26, 39.30. You can use the point of control as a potential take profit target. That would be putting you back up above 40.32. So lots of ways to look for a potential trade right there as well, and probably managing risk fairly tightly. So probably a close above this area on the hourly chart would be above 30. Let's call it 3,800, because we've already had a stop loss hunt to the short side. So we put in a high here and we put in a high here, and look, we've been able to put in a stop loss hunt to the upside, just as we put in a stop loss hunt here to the downside. So this is a situation where you can use the ATR method of trading into consolidation, but you do want to keep that as a secondary entry. I feel now comfortable with actually using these levels as stop loss levels because they've already been hunted. So if price does go above or below those areas, more than likely that is indicative of a general reversal in trend or the beginning of a movement or confirmation of a movement rather than a fake out. You've already had fake outs both to the up and the downside. Doesn't mean we can't get another one, but just saying, just using the highest statistical probability. All right, so let's see here. Bitcoin is clearly forming an ipsilateral bimodal ROM. Put it. Hey man, don't be getting all smart on me in the channel, bro. No, that's cool. Lord Darthstar says my Death Star is data dependent. Is my milk 100% Canadian or 100% American? I don't know. It comes from the farm. Let's see here. All right, so yes, let's chart out. Let's go to the 24-hour chart, and let's do that. Let's do that inverted head and shoulders for everybody. Okay. Let's do that on the 4-hour chart. Again, yes, Santa, I think Santa hacked into my account and deleted everything. So let's do the overview here. Yes, so we do have our left shoulder forming potentially right here, and our head forming right here. And do we have a potential right shoulder forming here? Well, I'm far more comfortable with this as a right shoulder than I was with this. As you recall, if we go back in time to this right shoulder that formed right here. If we go back in time watching the previous streams, I did say that, you know, yes, could this act as the right shoulder of an inverted head and shoulders? It is a potential, but I don't like it. I don't like the fact that we did not have a nice healthy retracement. And yes, that was short-lived. I was tentatively bullish up here. That got invalidated as soon as we closed below that local point of control at 39.55, and then we were able to get out of that trade. Again, I just showed you guys that. I'm very honest and open about my losses and our wins as well. So I do need to see this right shoulder form. Now, if this is going to be the right shoulder, you can look to take speculative longs in this area. Again, I've already charted out how I would take the speculative long from this area. Let's go look at the 1-hour chart and auto that baby so I can zoom down. Again, I would be managing risk right here, because that level is now, and again, I would also be comfortable managing risk at these lows as well. The reason why is because I feel that low has already been stop loss hunted. However, I would also have that secondary ATR trading and consolidation strategy up and running, looking for those potential entries. You can have multiple concurrent trades running at the same time, guys, and it's often good for you to do so. And then another thing you can do too is you can take this trade both ways. You can take this trade on the futures contract. So just zoom over to go to XBT H19 and look to take this setup on the futures contract, and then look to take the short side on the perpetual swap. Depending on which is going to give you a funding. I would prefer to. I think it's more applicable to be long on the futures contract because the price is lower, and to be short on the futures contract, or excuse me, to be short on the perpetual swap. But that's just my opinion. You guys can look into hedging in your own way. Ben Joseph, good morning to you, man. Thanks for joining us. Although you have retracted your message, doesn't scare me. It's okay. So let's So let's talk about that inverted head and shoulders. If this is going to be, let's do this on the 12-hour time frame. Why not? Okay. So let's see what it looks like with the head and shoulders tool on TradingView. Okay, get out of here, magnet mode. You're breaking my style. Let's find the lowest close, which would have to be the current one right now. Okay, so here's what I don't like about this is that we do have that descending neckline on the candle body closes, just like we have that just like we have that descending trend line on the actual highs of these failed rallies. So I don't really like the way that looks. However, it is a potential chart formation that I see, and it is something that we can validly trade. So what do we need to see to potentially trade this, and what are the qualifications that I would put on it? Litecoin on UFC, going to be huge. I don't think it's going to be that huge, man. Litecoin's still a shitcoin, man. But it might be a good trading opportunity. In fact, we're playing that out, but we're counter trading it because we shorted Litecoin. And that's working out pretty well for us. So we'll look for an opportunity to go along on it if the market presents itself again. Typically, when I do like to counter trend, I do like to counter trend trade news. buy the rumor, sell the news. So, the latest, Litecoin pump, you really think that was individuals just thinking that Litecoin was a fantastic investment? Or do you think it was individuals who knew that they were going to launch the UFC partnership beforehand? Again, that was a known unknown for savvy investors beforehand. So the potential way to trade this, the traditional way to trade this would be to wait for a candle body close above this descending neckline. So currently that's going to give you a close above this resistance order block right here that I do have labeled out as a potential short entry actually. And then your stop loss for that short entry is going to be 41.69. So what I do like about this, here's how I would play this out. If we do come back up to this level, this is going to be a sell for me. So I am going to be looking to take a short in between 40.92 and 4,000. Oh, I think I just moved that a little bit. Let's back that up. Yeah. In between 4,000 and 4,050, I will be looking for a short entry, and I will be managing risk at about 4,170. That will be an invalidation of that level because that will actually be a higher wick than this descending trend line. At that point, I probably will switch and look to go long at some point in time. Either looking to long immediately, depending on what volume looks like, or waiting for a retest. It just depends if we see that blow off top or if it's a healthy volume. If it's a healthy volume push. So I would actually prefer to go short from this level and counter trend trade this inverted head and shoulders and manage risk here. What I do like about the way that I trade is that I know that I'm wrong fairly immediately. Again, this is a stop loss of about 3 to 4%. So I'm going to know that I'm wrong fairly quickly. The loss will be limited. And the measured move from this inverted head and shoulders would be a nice potential trade. So let us take that measured move and we'll take the aggressive and the conservative. So we will be measuring from the low here, and we'll be measuring we'll take the conservative measurement here, so that's going to be 31%. So we'll measure from the potential breakout point right here, up 31%. We're going to have to scrunch this a little bit. Potential breakout zone right here, up 31%. It's going to put us around 53.70. Okay. And if we take the aggressive neckline movement, that's going to be 37.32. So potential breakout right here, 37.32 right there. Okay. So we have the aggressive inverted head and shoulders target. Come on, Scott. Killing me, Smalls. And we have the conservative inverted head and shoulders target. Okay. Now let's take a look at the volume profile and see if those are going to be good take profit targets. Those actually look like very nice take profit targets. So these are going to be our, so that's our measured move. Okay, let me actually change this because I'm going to make some changes to this, guys. It's not my target, it's the measured move. I don't target measured moves because I don't trade chart patterns like I trade volume. So this first conservative inverted head and shoulders does actually look like a good take profit target. You can see that it's at the lower distribution of the value area, outside the value area on this particular HVN, this high volume node. A high volume node is an area where you're likely to get significant resistance or rejection from price. And so it is a good idea to target LVNs or low volume nodes or areas where the volume was not high prior to that area. Now, the way that I personally use take profit targets is I would be targeting this area right here. You can see it's in a much shallower area of the volume profile. It's also targeting a pool of liquidity right here where a lot of individuals were interested in buying. So I do expect that there will be limit orders again on the books there at that area. So I will be targeting that area right there. So this would be my conservative. Actually, this would be my aggressive. This would be my aggressive inverted head and shoulders target. Right there. And for a conservative target, I will probably be targeting this area, this previous area right here. As you can see, I'm targeting, let's zoom in here so you can see. I'm targeting the low of this candle right here. This was a pocket of liquidity. pool of liquidity before we had a nice little bounce up from this area right here. Candle closed right here, opened right here, ran up this high. So a lot of individuals were interested in trying to buy that dip. Didn't work out so well for them in the past, but I would be expecting that as a good take profit level as well. This is also going to be congruent with the high of this local range right here. You can see that this candle does violate that wick, or excuse me, does violate that resistance zone, and this one doesn't quite make it up there. So to me, that's a good area to be looking for profit taking. So that's going to be my conservative targets. I guess that would be more of a breakout target or a first take profit target. It's not really congruent with the inverted head and shoulders. So I will leave that all up on there for the purposes of doing the measurements. And we are going to have our, let's use a trend line so it's not hogging up the whole screen. We're going to have our, boom. Let's make that gold and flat and tiny. Okay, we're going to have our aggressive neckline. Okay, it's our aggressive neckline that we're going to need to violate. And then we also have that conservative neckline right here. Okay. All right, so that's what we're looking at, guys. But again, the inverted head and shoulders is just another pattern that is kind of giving us confluence, because just using your simple horizontal support and resistance, you can say that, all right, listen, if we get back up in this territory and we're able to close higher time frame candles above this level right here, and definitely above this descending trend line, which would be basically be putting us above this aggressive neckline, then yeah, that is a confirmed breakout of this descending wedge broadening bottom type pattern. And we'd be able to take a measured move off of that. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4 touches on this, which does make it valid. Again, let's see here. That's going to give us a 27, 28% measured move from the breakout zone right here. It's going to be putting us up in that aggressive, back in that conservative inverted head and shoulders measured move. So basically the same thing. We have a lot pointing us up in that area. If we do get a nice breakout of this range, I think that that will be a bullish sign. We don't see that yet. We do have to wait for confirmation. So I think the safest trade on the table is to short a rally, a pop back up to the $3,900 area. That will be a sell for me. Will be invalidated if we do cross above and close above that descending trend line, above that conservative neckline or the aggressive neckline. Then I will be looking for some longer term longs to take them up to my conservative and aggressive targets. I'll probably leave like 10% of the position open if we hit this target for these targets right here. And then I'll wait to see what price does as we return, as you can see, to that previous point of control in this area right here. This is a previous point of control, a previous distribution breakdown order block, and I'll wait to see what price does as we get up to that area. Most likely the first pass through will be a sell, and then we'll see if price consolidates at a lower level, maybe tries to make a second run for it, maybe breaks through. We'll see. I'm less inclined to think that that will happen. Let's see here. Sorry, just getting to the chat. Kiwa1307. Hey, by the way, Hunter x Hunter is my favorite anime, so shout out to you, man. Someone for a gift on my wallet. I'm new. I don't know what you're asking for, man. I don't know what you're asking for. Mac Knight. Bart Simpson incoming. Top Hat says, BCH, I feel violated. Tim Allen says, flatten that sucker out. Hey, sorry, man. I am trying to... One of the struggles that we do have here is with resolution. So I do try to show a whole lot for you guys. So be working on improving that. Again, we are in 1080p. So sorry if it's hard to see. Hopefully I can... if you guys struggle with like viewing anything, just let me know and I'll try to make it look better. All right. Okay, so we've gone over Bitcoin's price ad nauseum. Let's see here. And we're just waiting for confirmation to go one way or the other, guys. I am inclined to take this to the long side. I would like to get my entry to short around that $4,000 area right here. Inverted Bart Simpson. You know, one thing that I don't like about, here's the thing, guys. It's just sideways ranging consolidation. Bart patterns are actually extremely rare in Bitcoin. But you know, they're just, you know, actual real BART patterns are actually kind of rare. I've only actually seen real true BARTs, but I guess most people just use BARTs. I guess most people just use the term BART to mean like any time when price is you know, making either higher highs, higher lows, lower. It's just used as a catch-all term. So it's a term that I, as a trader, kind of like to stay away from in regards to Bitcoin, because it doesn't really mean anything. Because to me, like the way that I look at this, I'm like, okay, well, price is consolidating. I'm not sure which way it's going to go. I'm just going to wait for the market to tell me, and I'm just going to sit on my hands to keep my capital on the sidelines. 12/22/2020 Dream. Hey, what's going on, man? Hey, dude, if we talk probabilities next week, are you more bullish for this inverted head and shoulders pattern playing out, or are you more bearish, us testing the all-time low and maybe going lower? Thank you, bud. Thank you. I'm actually, okay, so we're still in bear market territory, so I am going to be negative Nancy. I am going to assume that 3,900, a test of the $4,000 area, is going to be a sell for me, and I'm going to look to short that down to lower areas. I'm potentially looking at taking a long scalp right here up to 3,900, but I am going to wait for that breakout. Does that mean I'm going to have less profit? Yes, it does, but it's also going to mean I'm going to have more confirmation and feel safer in the trade. If we break down below my stop loss, kind of support level area right there, I'll also be looking for a breakdown short to this take profit level area, and then waiting for the market to reevaluate the market at that level, guys. You know, patience is required in trading. Sometimes you don't have the big plays on the table. The best thing that I would like to see here is a movement back up to that $3,900, 4,000 region, so I can short it. That would be a sell for me. And then if we are actually able to get confirmation of a nice breakout, either of this descending trend line or, you know, actualization of the inverted head and shoulders pattern, then I'll play that. So speaking probabilities, I'm going to give it probably an 80-20 that we break down and go lower from here. Do we break 3,000? You know, if we go down to retest 3,000, 3,100, do we break down on the first go through? No, we'll probably get another psychological bounce. Again, there's still a shit ton of orders, excuse me for my French, family friendly show. There are still a ton of limit orders spaced down in that 2,900 to, you know, 3,000 to 3,200, even down to 2,900, honestly. And then below that, they just get absolutely massive. But I don't think we, do I think 3K is the new 6K? It's a potential. Again, we're going to have to wait and see and let that play out for a while, guys. But you're talking maybe on a micro time frame, as opposed to the 8 months that we spent at 6K, consolidating at 6K above. I'm going to give it an 80-20 that 3,900 is going to be a sell for me. You know, if we do break out above this descending trend line and kind of actualize this inverted head and shoulders, then I'll look to take the trade to the upside and look at kind of those moonshot targets. I'll be comfortable with that. Probably open up a hedge short on the futures if that does happen. Or I'll probably actually open up a hedge short on the Ethereum futures contract is what I'll probably do. But we'll just wait and see what the markets do at that point in time. And then I'll probably be looking to take longs either from this area or this area right here around that $3,200 or $3,500 area. But I'll also look to short if they break down. You know, it's just wait for confirmation and move in the direction of the market and react, guys. So yeah, that's my answer for that, man. BART down, then BART up with sick wicks to liquidate everyone. Happy to hear. Yeah, man, that's the way it is. And that's why I think that's why I've developed my average true range 2.5, or excuse me, average true range 1x, 2x, 3.5x strategy, because that does keep me from getting wicked. That keeps me from being hunted. But it's not applicable in all trading situations. It is applicable in situations like this where we are trading in the consolidation. It is a consolidation trading strategy. But it is all dependent upon you zooming out to your higher time frames and figuring out your directional bias. But at the same time, also not, because you do have a futures platform like Deribit and BitMEX. And I think BitMEX is better actually, because you have multiple different contracts, and you can go short on one contract and go long on the other. Hey Hayden, what's going on, man? Have you been keeping your eye on Ethereum more since it's been leading lately? You know, I have not. I know that I just actually was reading an update from somebody that let's look at this. This is what I saw. Head and shoulders pattern forming on Ethereum. It's not the prettiest head and shoulders pattern. I do see it. This does look like a short to me. We are trending below on the 4-hour chart as well. Let's go to our higher time frames actually to get our directional bias. Cross below the 0 line on the 12-hour chart, and we do have that Fisher crossover on the daily chart as well. Although we are still above the 0 line on the Fisher transform on the 24-hour chart. So until as far as that goes, I still have to give this the benefit of the doubt and assume that on this low volume, on the pullback, that we will bottom above the zero line and then look for another brief rally up here at this point. As soon as we cross below that, although I will sometimes take into account the 12-hour chart here as well. So yes, Ethereum has been leading a little bit. It is a little bit more volatile. Kind of the same situation here, although not as pretty as Bitcoin, honestly. But really all we've done here so far is form a lower high on this rally. So now we're looking at that same thing. We're kind of looking at that potential inverted head and shoulders pattern playing out, or something like a cup and handle pattern playing out. So we'll just wait for that pullback. I expect that we will see some period of sideways consolidation. The most likely area, let's go to that 4-hour chart, and I would assume that just looking at this with horizontal support and resistance, where's our next area that we were likely to find support? Anywhere between 105 to 117, with really that support starting at like 115, honestly, for me. So if we go to that 4-hour chart and plot out that potential head and shoulders, let's do that. Come on, God. Quit messing with me. There we go. And candle body closes. Not wicks. Candle body closes. This seems about right. Okay, so you got a little bit of a sloping neckline right there. That's fine. So you do actually have to close down below this sloping neckline. And for me, I just make it horizontal. If we do close below this, like, I mean, we're right there. We're right there, and we just found a little bit of support off of it. But the candle is not very impressive. The bullish volume is very weak. If we do close below this area, then the trade is to look for a short at this level and then manage your risk here. This is the play. Manage your risk here at the right shoulder. You can either choose the high, but the high has already been stop loss hunted right there, so I'd be comfortable. Again, you have a high here and a high here, and then your stop loss hunt there. So I'd be more comfortable using these highs instead of the stop loss hunt high. So this is the trade. The trade is to be in a short position right now. Either look for a rally or push back up, obviously, for a better entry, or you can dollar cost average, managing your risk at 133.29. Let's just call it 134. I like round numbers. Let's just call it 134. Managing risk right there. Although you can use that tighter one if you want. It's absolutely fine. And yeah, you're looking to, let's do a measured move on that bad boy. So your conservative is actually going to be a 15% drop. Let's measure from the breakdown zone. 15% drop is putting you down at this support level right here. And the aggressive move, the aggressive measurement is going to be let's say about 18%. So from the breakdown zone right here, 18%. So about right, it's putting you right back in that support area right here. It's putting you in this support area. So that's the play on the table, although I would definitely be looking to take profits here. And that would be my first take profit target area. Let's do a fixed range. Yep. Trading below the point of control on that rally. Yeah, that is kind of putting you down here toward this HVN. Again, you do have this consolidation area right here, which I don't think you'll zoom right through. Fairly gnarly area, but that is where this potential head and shoulders on the 4-hour chart is pointing you down towards. You're also going to see that on the micro time frames as well. Not really seeing it so much on, I mean, you can see it obviously on the 12-hour, but it's just clearer and easier to see on the 4-hour chart. So depending on what your directional bias is. So you could actually look for a retest of the point of control here as your entry position right here, right around this area. You do have your point of control right here. So you could be looking for this as your potential entry area. That's going to be around 126.63 to 129.76 as your potential entry. And then obviously managing your risk above that right shoulder at 133, 134. And then looking to take profits for me at 115. And then your ultimate take profit targets on the measured movements are going to be at between $104 to $100. Is the bearish movement for Ethereum. I think if that does break bear, well, I mean, I hear people are saying if that breaks bear, Bitcoin will likely follow. Most likely will. Most likely will. Bitcoin will most likely break bear as well, and then we'll get confirmation on that as well. by closing below closing the daily candle or closing the 12-hour candle below that closing below that point of control, which it's looking like we're wanting to do right now. But I'm going to wait for further confirmation just because of the pretty intense sideways consolidation right here. So coming below 3670, I'm looking to short down to the $3,500 range. Hey, I can't pronounce that, man. Stin Rekman, Rekam, Stin, Stijin, Stein. Sorry, man. Sorry, man. Thanks for the sub on YouTube, man. Highly appreciated. How to participate in the X42 giveaway. All you have to do is just leave a comment in the section down below with your X42 wallet address, and if you're one of the first 10 commenters, you will get that 10 free X42. GDAX was better before the Pro version. I agree with you, man. Hey, Kolya. Hello, great technicals. Could you draw the scenario if Bitcoin completes the right shoulder of the inverted head and shoulders at 3,500? Yeah. So let's go back to that. Let's go back to that 12-hour chart, 24-hour chart maybe. So I do have the targets here. If we are actually able to close above the conservative neckline right here, I used the 12-hour chart. Yes, I did. All right, so on the 12-hour chart, I do have the conservative neckline sitting here at, let's see here, let's click that, baby. Sitting at 4,134. I do have the aggressive left shoulder neckline sitting at 4,300. Is that right? Yeah, 4,346. So if we're able to close above the right neckline, I would actually like to wait for, I would actually be, you could tentatively, speculatively enter at that point. I would get double confirmation, although I would enter with a, whoa, I got a super chat. Hey, Mr. Ether, man, gotta watch crypto. Thank you so much for your $20 donation, man. Hey, you're awesome, brother. Thank you so much. You are now in the lead for donations again. Yes, taking your rightful spot, man. Thank you, brother. Highly appreciated, man. You guys are awesome, man. Thank you so much to everybody that's been liking, following, subscribing. You guys are fantastic, and I can't thank you enough for everything you do. All right. Yes, Jilson Jose, there is a giveaway, X42, man. If you guys head over to x42.tech, get the wallet, leave a comment in the section down below with your X42 address. The first 10 commenters will get free X42. I'll be giving it away. It's just part of X42 bringing us in on their holiday giveaway, so we're just doing that. We're just doing that for the benefit of them. Man, gotta watch crypto. Thanks so much, man. For real, I appreciate that. Now Scott doesn't have to eat ramen noodles today. He can actually have, maybe he can have, maybe we'll let him have an egg. Just one egg. Just a hard-boiled egg. Okay, so you're talking about the UFC fight. I'm gonna have to go with, man, I'm gonna have to go with Gustafsson, man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Gustafsson. See him come in with a big Litecoin shorts, Litecoin on his shorts. Although if Jones comes in with a big Bitcoin symbol, then it's all over. Going Jones. All right, let's see here real quick. What did I want to do? Yeah, so I was talking about the inverted head and shoulders. So yeah, I would like to see an actual close above the descending trend line that we do see on the higher time frames, the 12 and the 24 hour. If we are able to close above there as well, that will be further confirmation for me that we are actually going to actualize this inverted head and shoulders. The measured move of the inverted head and shoulders is going to put us up. Man, dude was quick with the X42. Look, dude was quick with the X42 address. All right, Jilson Jose. We will do that right now. I'll send yours to you right now, buddy. You're a legend. Hey, thanks. I'm a young legend. Thanks, man. All right, just one second. Hey, Crypto Army and Alberto Fernandez. Hey, thank you so much for your subscriptions on YouTube. Just a second here. All right. Yep. Okay. So let me get your X42 wallet there and send. And boom. I got this song stuck in my head because I have a small child. She listens to, you know, I don't let her get too much screen time, but, you know, sometimes like when I'm doing my show and stuff, you know, I have my older daughter watch her, and they normally play and like draw and stuff like that, but she likes those, you know what I'm talking about. She likes those, you know, like little baby bum stuff on YouTube. I try to be really cautious about what I let her watch because there's a lot of that autoplay feature on YouTube. No, none of that. But boom, there you go, Mr. Gilson Jose. Your X42 is on the way, my friend. Man, we got a lot of X42 addresses. Hold on, let me go over to the comment section and make sure that I'm not going to leave out anybody that is actually commenting, because that was the original idea, although I will honor them left in the chat. Let me zoom down. I had to refresh the page. Okay, I don't see, unless I'm crazy, I don't see any comments on the video. So that's, we'll be honoring these right here. All right, so Freeman's Cryptoverse, I got you, man. Send. Here. 10. Freeman's Cryptoverse, your X42 is on the way. Thomas Sag Batera. Your X42 is on the way. Actually, it's there because it's instant. So, Nitin Soki, I got you, man. 10. I'm giving away Mike 500 gave us 100 X42, so we're gonna give away 10 to 10 people. Nitin, your X42 is there. Philson, I will never do that, my friend. Nitin, I got you, man. Hey, are there any other capitulation forms than a huge red candle of 20 to 40% or a long drawn-out sideways action until everyone forgets about Bitcoin? No, I mean, no, not really. I mean, those are your two common forms of capitulation. Either you get your massive, huge red volume, oversold candle volume spike, which is, you know, fairly congruent with massive jumps in price fairly quickly. Again, the market only likes to give you a few, you know, minutes, if not, you know, hours, if not minutes to buy the bottom, or just a slow grind down into eternity, which just gets people to capitulate. Again, capitulation is, it's psychological and it's forced. It's not something that that generally most retail traders can just weather, honestly. Falcon 951. Your X42 is on the way. Mr. Decipher X, your X42 is on the way. Oh, there's no place to comment on the live feed. Okay, duh. All right. Sorry, I didn't know that. My bad. Yeah, that shit's super fast, dude. Crypto Army, I got you, man. Crypto Army, your X42 is Pressing the send button now. Boom. On the way. Okay, so that is, let's see here. Let's go to the history. So I've given away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 3 more spots. If I missed anybody, just post your address closer, man. I'm trying to scroll up. And Jilson Jose, thank you much for the sub. Philson, I didn't mean that in a negative way. It's just, first off, I can't bring anybody on the stream that's under the age of 12. Otherwise, I'll get kicked off of Twitch. And also, it's just, you know, I don't want to do that, man. I think my daughter, as she gets older, will probably, she's pretty good at TA, man. She is pretty good. She sits here and watches me do it. She's sat here and watched me do it for so many years that that most likely she'll probably be starting her own show here at some point in time. All right. Hey, you're welcome. Yasar Patrick Solyulu. I don't know what your answer was, but hey, man. Crypto Army, you're welcome, brother. 12/22/2020 Dream. Well, I started trading crypto back in the big bubble, January 2018, and no matter how low we will go, even if we go back to $100, I'll be here to stay because I saw the light. Hey, man, that's why I got into. Is that a X42 address, Daniel Clerks? I thought they all started with X.
It's over 9,000.
Hey, Carlos. Not going to try that last name, man. Thank you so much for the sub on YouTube. I'll try to send to that address, man. If you're saying that's an X42 address. I've never seen an X42 address that looked like that, though. I thought they all started with X. All right. Trade Mud stopped me. Pull him back. Yeah, thanks, Mike 500. Yeah, I didn't think that was a X42 address. I don't know what that is. Is that a Ripple address? RP? X42 is a feeless decentralized cryptocurrency. You can check it out at x42.tech and get your wallet address, and I will give you 10 X42 for free as part of their Christmas giveaway. I still have a little bit left. Thomas, you're welcome, man. And I think I definitely pronounced your last name wrong, and I'm probably I'm going to mispronounce it again probably here, but I'm gonna assume Thomas Sam Batera. Maybe. Is it like maybe the SG? Maybe an H like Sham. Well, and there goes all my viewers. No, I'm just kidding. All right, guys. I do also. So while you guys are figuring out the last 3 for the X42 giveaway, I still have 3 left to give. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Gotta watch crypto. Hey, I got you, man. Happy to give back a little bit after your generous support of the show. F5. Yep. 10. Gotta watch crypto. Your X42 is on the way. All right, 2 spots left, guys. 2 spots left. X42.tech. Get the wallet, man. I got you guys. Okay, so I'm going to go over the $50 Bitcoin giveaway, and I'll get that sent out today. Is what I want to do. So let's go to the chart real quick. Yeah, man. Hey, Freeman's Cryptoverse wants to give away free solar coin, ASL. So post your go ahead and post your solar address in the chat or in the comment section, and I think Freeman's will take care of you, man. More than welcome to do that, man. Let's see here. Just spreading the love, the Christmas cheer, the Christmas love. So we're going to go to, I said we were going to be using the Bitcoin chart, or excuse me, the Bitstamp chart. So let's go over to the 24-hour chart and see what the daily candle open was on December 25th. The daily candle open on that candle was, as I said yesterday, 37.80. The close of the previous candle was 37.79, so we'll be using 37.80. 3780 is, whoever got the prediction closest to 3780 is going to be winning. So let's roll through the Discord posts, and I will also bring up our tweeter, and I'll look at who entered on the tweeter. Let's see here. Okay. So none of those people won. So we'll just go with the Discord. And then I believe there was also a comment on... I believe there was a comment on the... there was a comment on one of the videos with a price prediction. I think that was 3,700. And I think that was Jay Constant. Come on, man. Always coming in here scared. It's cool, man. You got this, bro. It's all good. Caribbean Crypto Show. Where do I get an X42 address? Is it on exchanges? Yes, it's on StartX. And Stex. Yep. Or Crex, right? And you can get an X42 address at x42.tech. Download the wallet. Okay. Let's see here. VP says I'm at 3769. Hopefully the closest. That sounds right, man. Okay, so Jesus Like Christ posted last Tuesday, 45.50. Nope. Again, we're looking for... man, I got so much going on. Okay, so we are looking for 37.80. So just going to write that down. 37.80. Okay, let's make that baby big. 28. 37.80. Winner, 37.80. Payday, last Tuesday, 39.04. Sorry, man. Really wanted it to be you. Yobo, 35.80. Nope, sorry, man. John Dunn, 4,200 at the start of day and 1560 by the end. I'm sorry, sir. No, just kidding, he said. I say 4,200. Close. Nitinsoki, 4,800. Let's see here. Mouse BJ, 43.74. Bad Weather, 3,600. 3,600 currently the closest. Bad Weather, 3,600. Canu, 2,900. Doc, 3,250. Hodl Crypto, 3,865. So, Hodl Crypto is currently in the lead. Bitpot said 40.24. Sorry, sir. Django Fett said 36.50. Sorry, sir. Hodl Crypto still in the lead. Vicyath said 37.69. I think that's going to be really hard to beat. 37.69, Vicyath. Yeah. VYR said 3,800. Sorry, sir, that does not beat 37.69. That's $20 to $11. Let me see if I'm just going to scroll through because I think 37.69. Sally, 37.66. Oh, you were so close, Sally. So close. But I am seeing that that Vicyath did bring it home with 37.69. So very accurate, great price prediction for the candle open on December 25th. Congratulations to you, Vicyath. You did get it, 37.69. You need to DM me in the Discord with that account so that I can be sure that it is you. And I will and get me your deposit address of choice. Well, it doesn't matter where it is, and I'll get you your BTC. If you want something different than BTC, I don't mind working with you, but you know, don't make it like something super crazy. All right. Jay Constant says, I am scared for having not enough space for my Lambos to park. Dude, I love having you in the show, man. Okay, Daniel. All right, I got your X42 wallet right there. Let's get that baby on the way. IO 10. Your X42. Oh, so VP, I guess that's you, man. Yep. So congratulations to you, man. Hell yeah. All right. Luis Santos. AX 10. Your X42 is on the way, sir. And last one is Magda Emmanuel. Got you, man. AF. All right. Giving away. Let's make sure that's right. AF or 4F. My bad. 4F. 4F. Yep. Lines up. Boom. There we go, guys. It's all you. Happy holidays to you, man. Congratulations, guys. All right. So, actually, you know what? I got some stuff to do here at noon. It's 11:52, so LOL, crypto prices, right? So, listen, I love to give back, guys. Thank you so much to Mike 500 for providing the X42 for us to do the X42 giveaway. Thank you so much to everybody that that participated in the Bitcoin Christmas price prediction giveaway. VP Vicyath, I will be sending you that $50 in Bitcoin. So thank you so much, man. Hey, you're welcome, Magda. Mr. Decipher X, I think that BitMEX is a fantastic resource. I would be very, very careful getting into margin trading if it's your first time. Make sure you keep, just make sure you keep your position size small. Leverage doesn't matter. What matters is your position size, okay? And again, I know that's controversial, but just make sure that you are approaching this very tentatively because it does take a while and the learning curve is kind of steep on BitMEX. But I do suggest that people do get over there because that is where the money is to be made. All right. So I do want to thank everybody who's participated. Thank you, everybody who gave us the subscriptions, man. On YouTube and Twitch and everybody that's been coming by the Discord. Thank you so much to all the premium subscribers. The trading group has been growing quite nicely. We're also, our win, again, we're going to have bad weeks. We might have bad months. We've been doing cryptocurrency we've been doing cracking cryptocurrency as a trading group since September of 2017. And we haven't had a red month yet. You guys, we track all our trades. That's all public knowledge, man. I don't trade on Deribit. The reason I don't trade on Deribit is because they're not on TradingView. So once we start a petition, Rashad Goodson says, will I be doing another giveaway like this one in the future? Took a while for me to set up an account. I'll tell you what, man. Post your X42 address in here or leave it in the comment section and I will get you, man. Bad Weather Trading, you too as well. I'm going to go ahead and honor that. Again, we're out of the 100 that Mike gave me, but in the spirit of Christmas, I'm going to go ahead and honor these with... Doesn't bother me at all. So, Mr. Bad Weather, X42 is on the way, man. And Rashad, if you post your X42 address in there, I'll get it to you, man. You guys, I'll tell you what. You guys, as soon as I finish the live stream, you leave a comment with your X42 address. I'll honor the next 5. Yep, Deribit is working on TradingView soon. That's what I'm looking for. Yep, I'm just waiting, guys. And then I will probably migrate over to Deribit. Although, I like BitMEX so much, man. It's going to take... But I guess it's time, man. I guess it's time. Shout out again to Gotta Watch Crypto. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat, man. You are fantastic and awesome. Highly appreciated, my friend. BTC price prediction. Again, guys, I do not have a crystal ball, so let's go into XBT. And here's what I'm looking at, guys. I'm looking at if we close above this conservative or aggressive neckline, especially double confirmation with closing above this descending trend line. I'm looking to take long-term longs up to these inverted head and shoulders targets on the micro time frames. right now. Looking at the best trade, in my opinion, is a long, potential long up to the $40,000 area, managing risk at 36.70. So fairly tight stop on that level as well. You can also use a tighter stop if you do want, because this area already has been hunted. You can use the ATR strategy that I've gone at length to describe as well if you if you do want to avoid a potential secondary stop loss hunt. Although the way that I would trade this is just an entry and consolidation, managing risk there. Potential trade back up to the $3,900, $4,000 area. That's going to be a sell for me in the short term. I'm going to be looking to take that trade down. How low does she go? Well, that depends. Obviously, my first take profit target is going to be back here in the $3,700 range, then the $3,500, $3,400 range. If that breaks down, then I'm looking for lower targets of $3,200, $3,100. First go through down to $3,200, $3,100 is probably going to be a buy for me. I'll take that trade back up to $3,400, $3,500. But again, all this gets invalidated if we are able to close bullish candles outside of this descending channel line, or if we break down from right here, in which case I'll be looking to enter into a breakdown short, guys. So that's the life of a trader, guys. Lots of possibilities. Earth Research Group, I got you, man. I'm going to send off your X42 now. So 3 more spots for the X42 people out of my wallet. Boom. U1, 10. And that's the last one I'm going to do live on the air, because I do got to do the regular end of the show, and then I got to get out of here. What? That's weird. Shoot, because I'm staking. Okay, so I'm going to have to wait until I get this next reward. Caribbean Crypto Show, I got you, man. Earth Research Group. I'm going to save your address here. Caribbean Crypto Show. And Rashad. You guys post your X42 addresses and I got you. And one more. Yeah, one more. Oh, no, I did bad weather. Okay, I got you, bad weather. So, yeah. You guys post it on there. You guys post it on there and I'll see what I can do. Okay, guys? I got quite a bit of X42, so. All right, let's see here. Okay, so just the regular end of the show. Just the regular end of the show, guys. Let's get over here to boom, boom, boom. Okay. First off, guys, if you would like to support the show at no cost to yourself, of course, if you are watching us on YouTube or Twitch, make sure to give us a sub on YouTube. Hit the thumbs up button. We highly appreciate that. Hit the notification bell, because we are here live for a daily show breaking down the markets for you guys. If you're over on Twitch, please follow us on Twitch. We highly appreciate that. Twitch.tv/crackingcrypto. If you do have Amazon Prime, you guys can give us a Prime subscription. Doesn't cost you anything. We get a few bucks to help keeps the lights on. We highly appreciate that as well, guys. Always appreciate the support. Thank you so much to everybody that has been following, liking, subscribing. You guys have been fantastic and awesome. Highly, highly appreciated. Let's see here. Okay, if you guys would like to support the show in a more substantial way, you guys can check out our Patreon or our merch store on crackingcryptocurrency.com. Please check out the website. So I will show you the most fantastic beverage vessel of all times, you guys. Go to the merch store, you go to accessories, mugs, and drinkware. This golden, beautiful baby right here, the Kraken Cryptocurrency HODL mug. This mug right here will change your life for $15.99, guys. Drinking your morning coffee out of this will make you 80% more successful in your trade setups and 95% more attractive to the sex or gender of your choice. Doesn't matter. No judgments here, guys. So, the most magnificent beverage vessel of all time, guys, right there, the Kraken Cryptocurrency HODL mug. It will make your life better. If you guys would like to join the premium trading group for Kraken Cryptocurrency, you would get access to the private Discord. You get access to the private chat room, the members lounge. You get access to the private day trading voice chat. You get access to all our trade signals and setups, full charting. You get access to the private webinar series, learn how to trade. You get access to our resource library, your own trade journal, and live tracking sheet. Currently for the month of December, $80 a month, guys. All the information for that is on the website. You can also hit us up in the Discord. The information is in there as well, guys. Thank you so much to everybody that has been joining. You guys have all been fantastic. Thank you so much for watching us today, and I hope you guys trade safely. You guys have a fantastic day.